2013, a 34-year-old Navy contractor walked into Washington Navy Yard and opened fire, killing 12 people before being shot dead. The media said he was mentally ill, but before he died, he left behind chilling messages carved into his shotgun. My ELF weapon, and better off this way. Aaron Alexis was no terrorist. He served honorably in the Navy Reserves, had a quiet personality, and worked in IT for a military contractor. Those who knew him said he was polite, spiritual, and intelligent, but something changed. He began to report strange things, hearing voices through walls, being followed, even experiencing what he called microwave attacks.
Alexis worked as a civilian computer contractor and had secret security clearance.
You start with the individual and you work outward, and then you work even further outwards.
Joe Navarro is a retired FBI profiler.
The investigation starts very quickly. Hundreds, if not thousands of people are immediately called out. Locate everybody that this individual has ever associated with. They're going to talk to everybody that ever worked with him in grade school and talk to the children he grew up with.
In the weeks before the shooting, Aaron sought help from police in multiple cities. He told them he was being targeted, that strangers were using a microwave weapon to keep him awake. He claimed he could feel vibrations in his body, that they were trying to destroy him, but nobody listened. On the morning of September 16, 2013, he entered the Navy Yard with a shotgun. But what shocked investigators wasn't just the shooting, it was what was written on the weapon. My ELF weapon, end to the torment, better off this way. These weren't the words of a cold-blooded killer. These were cries for help. ELF stands for extremely low frequency, a type of electromagnetic wave some claim is used in mind control experiments, a concept often dismissed as conspiracy, yet referenced by someone with military clearance and technical knowledge. Thousands of people across the world report similar experiences, being followed, harassed, manipulated, and driven to the edge. They call themselves targeted individuals. Mainstream media labels them delusional, but the patterns are chilling.
What they'll do to a particular person in order to stress them out is they'll hit them with the same thing over and over and over again.
How many more Aaron Alexis are out there, suffering in silence, ignored until it's too late?
With a high-powered microwave system weapon that may have the ability to weaken, intimidate, or kill. The 2012 intelligence information indicated that this weapon is designed to bathe a target's living quarters in microwaves, causing numerous physical effects, including a damaged nervous system.
Was Aaron Alexis mentally ill, or was he silenced by a system that refused to listen? This video isn't about justifying violence, it's about asking the hard questions. Even if one voice is telling the truth, we owe it to them to listen.
Mark Polymeropoulos, a former U.S. intelligence officer at the CIA, was hit in 2017 by an invisible attack in a Moscow hotel.
I've been in places like, Iraq and Afghanistan I've been shot at, but this was by far the most terrifying experience.
An attack which brain experts now say was likely the result of a microwave weapon.
In his final days, Aaron Alexis said he couldn't sleep. He claimed unseen forces were attacking him with vibrations, coming through the walls, ceilings, even his bed. He wasn't alone. Many who experienced this call it organized harassment or gangstalking.
Electronic harassment, synthetic telepathy, voice-to-skull technology. Dozens of websites dedicated to the phenomenon several Valley residents who say they're victims.
We're not having a group hallucination. This is actually something that's happening.
He grew up in Queens, New York, raised in a tight-knit family. According to reports, he had a history of anger, but also moments of deep spiritual searching. He spent time in Buddhist temples and meditated, often seeking peace. Just weeks before the attack, he checked into a hotel in Rhode Island. He called police, claiming people were using a microwave machine to send vibrations into his body. He moved from room to room, trying to escape it. Surveillance showed no stalkers, but something was clearly tormenting him.
Something called community or gang stalking. It's an eerie practice aimed at your psyche.
Myron May, a Florida prosecutor, claimed nearly identical experiences. He said his thoughts were being read and that he was being electronically harassed. Just like Alexis, May ended his life in a violent outburst, leaving behind video testimony and a manifesto.
When did you first experience being stalked and targeted like this?
The first time I experienced it is when I was walking down the road. People started to follow me.
It's like a worst nightmare that you end up waking up from.
Kevin Bond says he used to have a normal life.
I was living in the San Diego area. I was clerking for a federal judge. Noticed that I was being followed by a whole bunch of people.
A coordinated campaign to break someone down mentally, emotionally, and physically. It sounds unbelievable until you realize multiple military whistleblowers, psychologists, and engineers had confirmed that this technology exists. What if there were more like him, walking amongst us, slowly unraveling under silent torture, while no one believes them? If you or someone you know has experienced gangstalking or electronic harassment, speak out. Your voice matters. Your story deserves to be heard. This is the first in a series of real stories they don't want you to hear. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to share your experience, reach out. It's time to break the silence.